Hey everybody, it's Cyborg, and I am joined by Temp, with Temp, for all the people in all the worlds. I salute you. I lost it. Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, we are on issue number 11 of year 4. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you joining us. This has been a long journey. I'm sad to see it come. What's that? There's another year? Oh, no. Well, if you haven't already seen the previous episodes, issues, definitely go do so. Please start at the beginning. Don't want you to get spoiled. And there's so much good stuff. Year 1, Year 2, Year 3, and even Year 4 is pretty decent as well. So definitely go check them all out. We don't want you to get spoiled on a lot of these events. Anyways, let's jump into the issue. Like I said, issue number 11 for Year 4 of the ongoing series of the entire Injustice comics. Dun dun dun. So we start off in the newsroom with Mr. Jack Ryder and 2 other people I do not care about. They go back and forth, and they deliberate. They say things and stuff. Ask about the Yellow Lantern, Cyborg, Flash, and Wonder Woman. Where are they in all of this, she says. Unnamed woman, Cat Grant, who's now named. And then we cut to a secret meeting room where they have a secret meeting, so I'm not going to tell you actually what happens, because it's a secret.
It's confidential.
I can't let that go. Actually, they're talking about launching missiles. We're talking nuclear missiles, warfare. Because they can't count on Superman anymore. They're talking about the Armageddon Protocol. And you know what? Sinestro's not there anymore to boss them around, so now they're going to put on their big boy pants and make their own decisions. But before they can make those decisions, we cut to Apocalypse with Mr. Darkseid, as we predicted, and as is spoiled in the promotional art leading into this comic. They couldn't just, not include that brief little panel at the inlay of the comic. Anyways. So we see them all chained up. I mean, as if it wasn't obvious, but yeah, we see them all chained up. Poor Billy in his little jean shorts, or whatever the heck those are, cargo shorts. Looks uncomfortable, either way. Not that the other 2 are probably any more comfortable. It's just funny. I'm pointing out things for some reason. We see Harley doing a little raspberry at a Darkseid because she is not happy with him chaining them up and threatening to torture them all. Not a fan of that idea.
It's a little kinky.
Yeah. But as Darkseid is talking crap and saying that he's just going to torture them for his amusement and thanks for the mother box back that you stole from Ares, Superman swoops in and they have a classic fight. And when I say classic fight, a lot of the art in this issue between them, just specifically the fight between those 2, is just makes me think of classic Superman battles with Darkseid, like something you'd see 30 years ago or something. But yeah, he lets them go. He lets Harley, Billy Batson, and Hippolyta go, which is interesting, but I guess makes sense. I guess a little surprised he didn't just let Harley just be like, "Nah, you stay."
It seems like it kind of goes back to the Superman's whatever the comic needs him to be. He's kind of losing his identity in that sense.
Yeah, this time he needs to be good Superman and save the day. So that's what he is. He's classic Superman. The way he's drawn, like I said, even looks kind of like classic Superman. The way he talks to Darkseid is kind of like classic Superman. But yeah, they go back and forth, trade barbs, and meanwhile, on top of the Umbrella Factory, we have Hippolyta, Harley, and Billy Batson trying to get the hell out of there. They're going to take the mother box and leave. So Harley says she's mega super ready to get out of there. So that's what they do. They teleport out of there as Superman and Darkseid are just destroying everything around them. They are just going crazy, bashing each other's faces in. They're doing punches at the same time. They're both doing right punches at the same time. I don't even know how that works. Do they meet in the middle and then just swing their arms together? It looks silly. I mean, there's times where they punch each other's fists too, for that comic effect, of course, and everything around them falls over. And then we get caught up on Harley, Hippolyta, and Billy, and where they go. They are in the Himalayas, it looks like, as Harley says. And they say, well, maybe we should use it again. And she says, no. I've got my Bat credit card. No, the Bat communicator thing that will call Bruce. 1-800-BATMAN.
Could be a, toll free.
It's true. I mean, that is long distance roaming, though.
No, that's true.
There's no way they're getting service out there. That's full on data usage right there. But yeah, and then we see a power play, or at least what's said to be a power play by Zeus, where he is actually, lightning is striking the world's largest church, a mosque in India, synagogues, all of the things that make up the various religions, I guess, are being destroyed by Zeus, we're led to believe, by the news channels. We're getting up to the minute updates by CNN right here.
It's brutal too. Like the lightning art is tight. Like it's crazy. Just
good stuff. It's very bright blue and white. It kind of hurts my eyes to look at directly. But yeah, Wonder Woman is not happy. She's got a bit of a sourpuss face going on when she sees this. Rightfully so. But yeah, she's not happy. Then we go back to Apocalypse. And we do need to point out that Apocalypse doesn't have some crazy fun descriptor of Apocalypse. No fiery death ball or anything crazy like that.
The writer wasn't feeling it that day.
No, it just says Apocalypse. No fiery death hell in space thing.
I'm almost surprised it doesn't say asterisk psi Apocalypse.
So, unfortunate that we didn't get a fun descriptor there, but the inhabitants of Apocalypse are kind of running off because, like I said, everything's just being destroyed between this fight between Superman and Apocalypse. Things are going crazy, and it is not looking good because a battle of this scale is obviously going to have grave consequences on a global level. And Batman comes in to save the day for Harley, Billy Batson, and Hippolyta. And Wonder Woman is in tow as well, alongside Batman. How nice. Working together. It's good. Sometimes you just need a common enemy to bring friends together. Again, old friends. Am I right?
No, it's weird. I think Wonder Woman hanging out with Batman's super weird.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's so weird. It's unbelievably weird to me.
You remember when I killed Huntress? Yeah, I did that. You remember when we flew Atlantis to the Sahara Desert? Yeah, we did that.
In the first 10 minutes of the Joker killing Lois Lane, shit escalated quickly.
Yeah. So, then that's the end of that chapter. As we said, Batman takes the mother box from them and says, no, I'm going to go get some help. Because Wonder Woman was going to accuse him that he sent Superman to Apocalypse on a suicide mission. How dare you? Oh, screw you. But no, he gets the mother box from Harley and says he's going to get some help. We cut back to the Apocalypse, on... It's a V now. On the next chapter, I guess the guy that tortured Apocalypse, or not Apocalypse, with Darkseid is talking, and he's wearing that, fun hood. That funny picture of giving Darkseid the hooded robe when he's young and skinny.
Oh, I love that picture. Yeah. Oh, that picture brought me so much happiness.
When I saw this guy's hooded robe, I'm like, that definitely makes sense. But yeah, I guess at one time he tortured Darkseid, and he's kind of talking about how the destruction going on right now, that he's even afraid for his life because, yeah, everything's just getting destroyed. Then we see Orion talking to the Allfather. Does he have a name?
I don't think so. Well, let me flash forward, because I know him and another person have a dialogue later.
Because they're at New Genesis, home of the New Gods.
They just call him Highfather.
Allfather looks like a shepherd. He's got a shepherd's staff there with the whole crook and everything, and shepherd's hook, and he says that Darkseid is locked in mortal combat with the Kryptonian called Superman. So I guess we're getting them as guest characters in MK11.
Hell yeah!
All right. Okay, let's move on. And we have the Allfather talking to Batman, who's just waiting in the wings. Allfather, Or he calls him High Father. All Father would be
phonetically awkward, phonetically confusing.
All Father, I think, is Zeus. So maybe this guy's the High Father. So yeah,
I don't know. This is what, unfortunately, these are sort of like the Shadowlands for me. This is when my DC knowledge just kind of halts.
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with the gods and all that to that extent. So he's the High Father, though. Anyways, Batman's talking to him. He says he wants to have a word, and he says, "Walk with me, talk with me." Batman, Superman, and Darkseid still going at it, still trading barbs. Darkseid wants revenge for his son, and because Superman killed his son, which they put a little note that happened in the first year. So yeah, Superman did kill his son, as we saw, as we covered. Go check that out if you haven't already. Which I don't know why you're reading this, because I told you at the beginning of the video to go in and check that out first, or maybe I didn't in this video. I did on all the other ones, though. Who am I anymore? I'm not even sure. Am I still doing this, or am I asleep? Nope, still doing it.
I'm still thinking. We may have said it. I'm pretty sure we said it. We said it.
I'm sure we said it. It's fine. It's cool. It's great. Anyways, so Orion comes in to spoil the day as Superman and Darkseid continue to battle. Darkseid, like, laser beams the crap out of the guy that says he tortures Darkseid. So, poor guy. Poor torturer. Like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't care, but he's just...
He'll be missed.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really see him die. He just gets blasted. I'm sure he's been through worse. They have a fun relationship, I'm sure, with lots of whips and chains. Eye laser beams. But yeah, Darkseid makes sure to comment on this is a different Superman. This is a darker Superman, and that they're more alike than Clark probably thinks, and he's willing to kill to do what he thinks is justice. But yeah, like I said, Orion comes in to tackle... he tackles Superman to stop him from killing Darkseid, supposedly. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was like the killing blow or anything, but yeah, he stops him and says, "No, you must stop. We can't have this anymore. It's all about a message from the source." I don't know who the source is, so we have another little cliffhanger going on here.
But I feel like the person who wrote this expected us to know what the source is, but unfortunately, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but we will hopefully get an explanation here in the last issue after this one. But he says, if you continue this fight, you and millions of others will be destroyed. And the Kryptonian, the source was not clear. And he says, let me make this clear, Darkseid, stay away from Earth. Laser beamy eyes glowing. Not so fast. I don't think so. But yes, then we go back to the High Father, who's not the All Father, because that's Zeus. But High Father is talking with Batman as they walk and talk and go through the garden. This guy reminds, like, I don't know, Mortal Kombat, it has begun, this guy. And then Batman being all scowly with his teeth. Like,
yeah, those are super scally. His lips are fucking perked.
Yeah, he is. He's chewing this guy out while the guy just, like, has his eyes closed. He's just thinking about things. And, yeah, so Batman's kind of questioning what's going on with the gods and what about when the old gods and the new gods, or the new, conspire together? And the High Father wants to know what Batman knows, and Batman just says that Ares and Darkseid are working together, and we kind of leave it off there. Then we see Harley riding Lobo's bike still, his motorcycle. Not a bicycle, because that would be funny. But she's taking Billy Batson home, and she managed to park in the grass instead of the sidewalk or the street. And she says, you know what? I want to get old Shazzy back, and I miss that guy. She has awkward feelings right now. She has, like, awkward female boner going on. Because, I mean, it's just a kid.
Yeah, she's really fallen through that affection for Billy Batson.
Yeah.
She's really holding on to that.
So, yeah, weird stuff going on with them still, but good stuff. He calls her a badass, and she continues on. Then we cut to the Batcave, and Catwoman, Batgirl, and Batwoman are all, you know, having a powwow, talking and feeling like maybe they're in over their head with all the gods and everything being involved, that, you know, maybe they were in over their heads from the beginning. And Alfred gives them a little bit of a pep talk, and he says, you know what? Batman will be back, and you guys aren't in over your head. You know, you've lasted 4 years against the regime. So, I mean, there's something there. So it'd be a shame to abandon it now. But he says he doesn't believe that they're in over their head and that Batman's gone forever. There's just so many things going on in this damn this issue. It's just got like so many things going on. I feel like we're bouncing all over the place because the comic is. And then we cut to Atlantis, and the regime is hiding in Atlantis, I guess, and Aquaman's cool with this, but they're gonna have no part of this. So I guess he just kind of put that whole thing under the rug about them, bringing the Atlantis bubble all the way to the Sahara Desert and potentially burning everyone alive and evaporating their entire infrastructure, city, and killing them all.
I actually like that he doesn't bring that up because it really shows the Aquaman of this universe has no balls. And I agree. I think that's a good way to... I mean, he bitched out so quickly. I'll never forget that image where they end the issue in year one with all Batman's allies standing together and Aquaman's on the very end, and then we never see him ever again. Yeah. So it's very fitting, in my opinion.
But yeah, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, or Yellow Lantern, whatever, Damian, Flash, Cyborg, they're all there. They haven't heard back from Raven or Hawkgirl. Speaking of Hawkgirl, like I mentioned a couple issues ago, we haven't heard back from Hawkgirl, so we have no idea what she's going on. Yeah, I miss her. She'd be great.
She might have the worst showing in the comic that I can think of in terms of just presentation and shit to do.
What else did she do other than get captured immediately and then get disguised by Martian Manhunter, and then she was let go, and then we never saw her again? Like she doesn't
even get a send-off. Like we don't even know she left.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they kind of recognize that there's some sort of Suicide Squad going on this mission, but Damian says, screw it. We've got to die. We're gonna die of something anyways, or we've got to die of something. So this is just as good of a way as any other reasons. We see, a little monologue going on from the people that are or we see some talking, I guess, from the people back at the UN or the secret meeting going on. And we cut to the gods as well. We see all the chaos going on. They take a vote on whether they should launch the missiles. Looks like they passed that vote because we are left off with the Apocalypse program protocol being put into force and missiles being launched. And that is where issue number 11 ends. And dear God, it was packed, but my mind could not keep up with everything that's going on.
Yeah, this was a very split issue because in a way, the Darkseid arc is exactly what this year needed. The Zeus Superman shit was really getting monotonous for me.
Yeah. So
the Darkseid stuff was a nice twist, but you're right. This issue gave me a headache. Just how it was just every page was jumping location, and
it's kind of overcomplicating things and over muddying. There's just so many things going on at one time. It's hard to keep up with everything, especially if you're not super familiar with the gods and all of that. Trying to keep track of who is who and what role they play and what power level they have and where they're at in the hierarchy and why they're important versus this person, and why is the High Father, what is his role versus the All Father, what is Orion's, there's just so many things going on. It's I get the Superman fighting Darkseid, I get what's going on with Harley and Billy and Hippolyta, I get where Batman's coming from in all of this, but I do not understand the gods part. And then you have the UN stuff thrown in there, the missiles being launched. It's it's definitely a lead into a finale. I just hope that the finale isn't so cluttered. I think the Harley stuff is done, the Harley and Billy, so we did see closure, I'm sure, on that. But and then you have Batwoman and that whole thing going on. There's just so many plot threads and ties that need to be wrapped up here in this next issue, and I hope it's not, hey, let's throw all of this stuff in at once like this. I really hope let's just hit the main chords here and wrap it up in a neat little package. But I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just a lot to follow.
No, it's not. I mean, there's some things I trudge through, whenever I see a boarding room full of politicians, yeah. I just don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Next, scroll, next.
Like, literally, they could have reduced all that newsroom politician bullshit to just 2 panels, all in favor of launching the missiles, and the next panel just showed the missiles being launched. I would have been perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in agreement with you there. And yeah, the gods and the... Like, I just feel like Batman talking to the High Power, or the High Father, not High Power, but it was me, Austin. It was me all along. Okay, the Batman talking to the High Father just makes me think of the South Park episode where they're spoofing the Game of Thrones, where everybody's always talking.
I haven't seen it.
Everyone's always talking in a garden, and there's deception going on, and somebody's gonna die. But anyways, so that does it for this issue,
awesome.
though. Yeah, and I can't really touch much more on this issue because, yeah, there's just like a million things going on, and I just kind of want to get to the resolution already so I know what to think. Like, I need to know how this all ends so I know how to feel, because right now it's just like... I don't know, I'm just like, there's so many things thrown at me, I'm not even sure. Like, it's like
Year 5, yeah?
It's like getting punched in the face, stabbed, and shot in various areas on your body, and you're like, I don't know what to focus on here. Like, I got a million things going on.
Every year's been unique, and I think the theme of year 4 is that it's a giant bowl of oatmeal. Nothing's bad, but you really have to work through it. And I'm waiting for some variation. And now they gave me too much. It's like I got to the bottom of the fucking bowl, and it's just like raisins, cranberries, cinnamon, and all this shit just hitting me in the face.
It's just an endless supply of damn analogies with you. I love it. I would never ask you to change, but like, you have an analogy for every situation.
I'm not even done.
I know, you got like a list, I'm sure. We cross them off as we go. Like, which one does this apply most to? I mean, I still remember your Lee May one of, like, she's out in the cold, you finally get to the door. Like, anyways.
Shit was real.
We'll see you next time, guys, for the Injustice Year 4 finale. Like I said, we still have an annual for Year 4 to go after that as well. But we do have the finale of Year 4 wrapping up all this storyline going on for this year. So tune in tomorrow for the big finale, guys. We'll see you then tomorrow. Tomorrow. Adios.
Peace.